Hi there, Mark from CEM Engineering and Energy Radio, and this is your Energy News Update. In this week's headlines, Engineering Union calls for crane industry reform following the collapse that killed 5 in Kelowna, BC. University of Calgary hits pause on bachelor's program in oil and gas engineering. Europe aims to kill gasoline and diesel cars by 2035. UK government plans to slash transport emissions by decarbonizing aviation, trucks, and rail. We're going to head over to my colleague Lisa Katz for this week's top stories.
Thank you, Mark, and welcome to this week's edition of Energy News. To build a cleaner, more prosperous economy that fights climate change and creates good jobs, the Government of Canada is taking action to cut pollution from all sectors of the economy, including from the transportation sector, which account for 1/4 of our greenhouse gas emissions. The Government of Canada is setting a mandatory target for all new light-duty cars and passenger truck sales to be zero emissions by 2035, accelerating Canada's previous goal of 100% sales by 2040. To ensure Canada gets to this goal, the Government of Canada will pursue a combination of investments and regulations to help Canadians and industry transition to achieve the 100% zero-emission vehicle sales by 2035. It will also work with partners to develop interim 2025 and 2030 targets and additional mandatory measures that may be needed beyond Canada's light-duty vehicle greenhouse gas emission regulations. In other news, 3 in 4 Canadians polled through a Canada Action survey agree Canada should be a preferred global supplier of energy because of its climate and environmental record, and almost 69% say they have personally benefited from the oil and gas sector, the poll showed. Among other findings, 70% of respondents agree that resource development could help alleviate systemic poverty within Indigenous communities, and 2/3 of Canadians, or 66%, support Canada's role as a global oil and gas supplier. My name is Lisa Katz, and this was this week's edition of Energy News. Wishing our listeners a wonderful week ahead, and back to you, Mark.
Thanks, Lisa. For more detailed info on these stories, check out our LinkedIn profile. They'll all be posted there. This has been your Energy News Update, and as always, power your purpose.